my makeup loving friends, what happened to February? It just completely disappeared, and I didn't manage to get my Project Pan in February filmed and uploaded in time, but it is what it is. I'm a very busy woman. I have lots of things to do. Not really, but you know, I like to tell myself that. I guess we're going to talk obviously about the stuff. Sorry, I'm just moving some things. The stuff that I have in my Project Pan and the general progress or not that I have made on certain items. So I think we might start it off first on eye concealer, primer, etc. Anyone who's watched my channel knows, even though there's this trend now on everyone kind of going, oh, I'm using an eye primer, I am very old school and I'm like, meh, I'm using a concealer because I'm basic. So I have been using this. It is the Benefit Some Kind of Gorgeous in the shade medium because it's far too dark as a concealer for me, but it works pretty well as an eye primer. This is where I'm at with it now. So I've hit considerable pan, and I'm hoping that this will be gone in the next while. It's very exciting. The next thing is an eyeliner. So I have a double-ended eyeliner. The black is essentially disappearing. That's as much as there is left. Like, I'm steadily using it. The brown is a little bit harder to not get rid of. Jesus, it sounds like I'm struggling through it. I'm enjoying these things. But the brown, it's still hanging around there, but definitely that has diminished. I have the Soap & Glory Thick and Fast mascara. It's the High Definition Collagen Coat mascara. It's totally fine. I wouldn't write home about it, but like, it's a mascara. It is what it is. I still have a bit of use left out of this, so this will be going into March as well. So far nothing has left the collection. I suppose the next thing is primer. So last Project Pan, I had panned the primer that I had been using at the time. It was a Becca primer, so I figured I would kind of root around in my drawers, which sounds very sexual. But I figured I'd have a little root around and try a few things and figure out which ones I wanted to pan. So I picked up this little mini of the Benefit That Gal Brightening Face Primer, and I've been using that. It's a deceptive little tube. There's more in it than you would think. You don't have to use an awful lot of it to work as a face primer. But I still have some of it left, but that is in my Project Pan, just FYI. The next thing is, of course, my foundation, and I have my Hourglass Vanish Seamless Finish Liquid Foundation, and as you can see there, considerable movement. I have maybe a month of that left, which I'm a bit sad about because it is a nice foundation, but at the same time it does need to be used. Foundations in particular go off, and I want to make sure I use them when they are that freaking expensive. Like, it boggles the mind. I of course have my NARS concealer, which I use for my under eyes particularly, and sometimes for when I'm doing cut creases. That doesn't seem to really be shifting despite me using it quite a bit. Next thing I suppose is contour. I have been using this Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a foundation stick, but it's in the shade Mink, and I've been using it as a contour. As you can see there, there's about maybe half an inch gone. So still making fairly decent progress on that. I personally am quite happy with that. I have some more cream products here, so I might as well talk about them while they're here in front of me and before I forget about them, because inevitably I forget about things. I'll talk about the highlighters first. I have the Benefit High Beam. There really isn't an awful lot of this left. So considerable pan, but I will still be getting quite a few more uses out of it. I also have the Benefit What's Up, WATT apostrophe S. You can see there's a good bit of movement on that now. There is about a half an inch taken off that. So again, steady progress, but there is an awful lot of product in this, because if I roll it up, there is still, oh God, look at that. There's still a good inch left. So, you know, I'm about a third of the way through the product. So I'm doing pretty okay. I'm not going to get annoyed at myself over that. I have two ColourPops here. The first one is the ColourPop On the Cusp Super Shock Cheek Highlighter. We have considerable pan in this, and I have been slowly chipping away at this, but no more huge movement than usual. Ditto with Fire. This has less pan on it because it's a harder shade for me to work with. I have to finesse it a little bit to make it work, but again, it's a cream product, so I want to use it up. I have two Super Shock Cheek Blushes by ColourPop as well. So I have one in the shade Drop of a Hat. Again, steady use being made of this. Good amount of pan, but I'd say a couple more months worth of product left in there as well, because it is quite pigmented, so you don't have to go in with an awful lot. I also have Prenup. I probably have a little bit more of this used, but again, a lot more to use of that particular one still. Next thing I suppose is my setting powder, one of my setting powders. I have the Laura Mercier, and that one's still ticking, but you can see here there's like sort of a line, so I am slowly but surely getting through it, but emphasis on the slowly. I am getting there. Next thing is I had the Max Factor Cream Puff Pressed Powder, and it's gone. It's done. It's panned. Whoa-hey! Very pleased with myself. Well done, Teresa. Well done. You used up a makeup product out of your frightening collection. So what I decided to put in instead was the number 7 translucent Perfect Light Pressed Powder. It's a very good shade for me. I had it before in one of my first impressions videos, but like I figured this is going to take 5 million years to get rid of or to go through, so I might as well do it. Let's get on it. I also have a powder blush, which is I think by Collection or Collection 1000 or something from way back in the day. Again, considerable pan. You can kind of see the dip in that. I am making good progress on that particular one, so I'm quite pleased. Brows. I had the Soap and Glory Archery, Brow Archery brow pencil. That is completely gone. It is donezo. That is gone. So what I decided to bring into my project pan instead was actually 2 products, because I'm ridiculous and overly ambitious, apparently. So I brought in the Benefit Ka-Brow in the shade number 5. So I figured that'd be a good one for me. Again, this is going to take me months to get through. And I also brought in the Benefit Ready Set Brow, just to help me with my brow game. I think that's everything. So it seems that I'm still making fairly constant. Oh no, I have my all-nighter setting spray. I did. There's another couple of weeks left in that, but yeah, you can still hear it. There's something still left in there. So yeah, I'm still making progress on all of those items, but I think to have panned 2 items so far, that's like this month, that's pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. Let me know what you guys think. Are you engaging in a project pan? Does this make you want to think about the makeup that you have, and are you using it? Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Find me on social media. I am on Instagram. I am on Twitter. Do please share my video, because sharing is caring, unless it's STDs, in which case, you know, wrap it up. Seriously. But that's it. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.